Just think of coming across a video that gives you the creeps and make you think it's following you. From television shows taken over by anonymous voices, to cartoons that haunt your sleep, the World Wide Web has a dark side. This video is a compilation of the most terrifying videos that have ever been posted on the internet. Prepare yourself, because what you are about to watch might just give you nightmares. If you like this horror content, please remember to like and subscribe to get more horror videos in the future. Have you ever come across a link that you knew you shouldn't click on, but did anyway? Get to know Tara, a humanoid robot in the infamous video I Feel Fantastic. She is stiff and doll-like, dressed in a similar expressionless face. She speaks monotonously, like a doll programmed to say, "I feel fantastic. Hey, hey, hey." What's so scary about a robot singing? Well, let me take you deeper. Tara was developed by a robotics lover named John Bergeron to perform the songs he composed for her. In essence, it was an experiment with technology on paper. However, the viewers appreciated the strange atmosphere of the video, and the rumor started. It is undoubtedly one of the scariest videos on the internet. Some viewers came up with a dark theory. They thought he was a serial killer. They said Tara was wearing the clothes of his victims, and that the shot of the trees taken outside was the place where he buried the victims. This theory went viral because the video offered no context or clarification, which is good. After all, it is entertaining. But there was no proof to this effect. In all probability, Bergeron was just an inventor who decided to check on how his robot works. Perhaps shooting the outdoor scene was purposely incorporated, or maybe it was just a trial of the director. However, the gloomy mood of the video allowed people to think that it was something more dark. What makes the video so disturbing? It is because there is something called the uncanny valley. This is the uneasy sensation we get when something appears to be human but isn't. Tara was again realistic, and her slow, jerky movements and unmoving deadpan look triggered that nerve, which made the viewers feel uncomfortable. Add to that the odd location, the constant singing, and the inexplicable outdoor shot, and you have a recipe for internet creepiness. The serial killer theory is entirely false, but the video continues to go viral because we have a primal fear when it comes to anything unknown. It is one of those interweb phenomenon that you can watch with your rationale mind and yet still shiver. In fact, I Feel Fantastic has now become an internet meme. Some people watch it to be frightened, while others attempt to find secret messages in it. In any case, the video makes an impact. Well, what is the story behind I Feel Fantastic? Chances are it's just a hobby project of a robotics engineer or a hobby robotics club. But the way it was filmed, along with the people's imagination, made it something much bigger. It demonstrates how quickly the unknown can make us afraid when unsure. There was a short film in 2006 called Dining Room, or There's Nothing, posted on YouTube, which scared the daylights of many people. Developed by David B. Earl, this is a 67-second video showing a white woman sitting at a table in a dark room. When the camera pulls out, she wakes up, mumbles something indiscernible, and then topples forward, landing face down in a bowl on the table. The scene then plays in reverse and returns her to the position shown in the beginning, and the sequence goes on in circles. However, the haunting scenes in the video led to various discussions among the viewers. Earl himself said that the film is a satire about the rationalist's dream to grasp what waits people after death. He wanted to merely abate the line between life and death and offer a paradox through the person who comes back from the dead but proves the non-existence of the afterlife by saying, "There's nothing." This plays with the uncanny valley experiment where the human replicas look completely real, but not wholly. This looks eerie. Especially the way her face constantly lacks emotion and her body movements are awkward. They give audiences the creeps. Still, another worthwhile sub-element that contributes a lot to the creation of the staking home atmosphere is the vagueness of its location. The dining room is pale, the dancer is barely illuminated, and the flickering flames in the back of the stage feel disorienting. The conflation of the everyday home environment with the elements of the Gothic means that the distinction between the recognizable and a kind of infernal reality is tenuous. This juxtaposition contributes to the wrongness or unsettlement within a viewer, making one wonder what is going wrong in a scene. That is why in the end, they reversed the video's audio, which only added to the video's mysterious flair. First, the woman mumbled softly, and her voice was transformed to make it sound like they were coming from the other world as the sequence was being played backward. Such shifting gives the video a mysterious feel, and the distorted sound adds to the eerie direction of the video. Of course, combined with the bizarre imagery and the eerie background, the reversed audio serves to enhance the video's already eerie, unanswerable quality. In conclusion, David B. Earl's Dining Room, or There Is Nothing, is a rather profound short movie that reflects fundamental existential issues through the unpretentious but spooky performance. Moving to the next one, which is more horrifying, the Backrooms, which had captured viewers' attention for a long time. It's the story of someone who wakes up to find themselves falling into a world with limitless yellow rooms due to a no-clip glitch. The room's light is buzzing above, and the walls are bare and made of dull yellow papering. It is so frightening because it's like a place we know, yet it is not the way it should be, as each scraped knuckle and every broken toy suggests. This story was created based on an image posted on the 4chan website in 2019 describing endless rooms. From there, others began to build stories and videos, growing it from a concept into an entire universe. However, it was said that in the footage of the Backrooms, the video was filmed as if it were shot by someone who accidentally got trapped in space. The camera was seen shaking like it was captured by a person who was confused and was shivering in fear. The broken footage makes the viewers feel that they are in a place of the person. As the person tried to escape the room, he kept finding himself in the same place, with no way out. The more he moves, the more he realizes he is stuck in an endless maze. As the video proceeds, things get even more terrifying. There are noises which could be made by something else, and there are suggestions that there are other things in the rooms as well. Such cynical beings as smilers or hounds are the additions of the viewers to the Backrooms lore. That something is chasing the person makes the situation even that much worse. It was that very reason that one could feel lost and trapped, and that same concept made it scary. However, the viewers of the Backroom become imprisoned along with it and feel like they have been left inside the place. That idea is terrifying and memorable because the place looks like a comfortable and familiar space, but then becomes a nightmare. Exactly, it is one of those few narratives that immediately make you wonder what you would do if you found yourself in a similar locale. Now, we can say that the Backrooms Found Footage is one of the notable horror stories on the internet. It made the fear feel that much more real. Much of the original text has a rather dark undertone of never-ending space with otherworldly creatures. If you are enjoying our video, then hit that like button and share it with your fellows as well. Username 666 or SM666 Nico Dugga is a video posted and created by Nana825763, a channel for Japanese YouTube in April 2008. It demonstrates what fortuitously occurs when one searches for the username 666 on YouTube and then refreshes the page several times. This particular video has attracted a lot of attention since it was posted, and it is usually considered one of the first urban myth stories on the internet. Much discussion has occurred regarding its content and authenticity, leading to many rumors and recreations in the year since its initial upload. Nana825763 has also created several other similarly themed and presented horror videos, including a username 666 sequel, and its name is Another YouTube. However, the video shows a user attempting to visit the 666 channel on YouTube. The person is informed that the channel is inaccessible and YouTube's system does not let it pass. However, the user does not give up. He refreshes the page more than once, or it's always the same. Many times they try, something unusual happens. The screen freezes, the page refreshes, and the YouTube interface twists. The colors become red, then the icons start rotating, and the monstrous images appear. As the video progresses, it becomes more terrifying. The 666 channel starts to show horrifying, surreal videos of screaming faces, unusual images, and disturbing animations. The platform on YouTube becomes unrecognizable as if someone has hacked it. The capturing audience is left confused and helpless, just like the video user. The feeling is only made worse by the visuals of the video, which are raw and have some glitches. It could easily be an actual episode recorded on video. One of the most shocking sections of the video is when the user tries to flee from the scene. They attempt to click on other links, minimize the browser, turn off the computer, and end the craziness, but nothing works. More flashes on the screen, and the terrible images do not disappear, so the viewer stays trapped in the 666 TV channel. This helplessness has become primal to viewers because it refers to the decentralization of technology in people's daily lives. The main idea of the story of username 666 is based on the play of curiosity and retribution. The user in the video goes to the channel because of curiosity and does not stop even when they are not successful the first time. This curiosity led them to one horrifying experience, one for which the message was that human beings are creatures who dare the unknown, with very severe consequences. It's a moral fable, a caution for the audience about what happens when one goes too far into the forbidden or unknown territory. As time passed, username 666 elicited a lot of discussion, theory, and adaptations. People considered the video as a criticism of the global network and its concealed aspects in front of others. It is possible to consider the video as a reflection of people's curiosity and its risks in front of others. Audiences have also included more specifics in the legend and turning the 666 channels into vengeful and malevolent, commoditizing devices and those who have come across it. This continued to be passed from one user to the next, making the legend one of the best internet horror stories. Therefore, it becomes very clear that username 666 represents both digital and psychological horror. Its high-concept horror direction, overt creepy vibe, and helpless narrative made it synonymous with internet horror. The video, created by the user Nana825763, remained viral. Now is the unrealized threat the internet hides, and the event when people should not go to forbidden locations. Because it was open-ended and designed to cause a reaction of fear, username 666 still scares and enthralls people to this day. On the evening of November 22, 1987, the people of Chicago witnessed one of the most famous broadcasting hacks in history, now known as the Max Headroom Incident. On that evening, an unknown person hijacked the signals of two local TV channels, WGN-TV and WTTW, and broadcasted a rather strange, rather sinister clip of a man in a mask miming the visage of Max Headroom, a cultural icon from the 1980s. The first interference was during the late-night news program on WGN-TV. All of a sudden, the screen turned off and then came back on with the previously seen figure of a man in a mask, standing in front of a blue background with wavy lines similar to Max Headroom. Saying nothing else, the hacker was dispatched, and after approximately 30 seconds, WGN technicians were back on the ground. The majority of people who witnessed the event felt perplexed and shocked. The subsequent breaking occurred later that night during Doctor Who on the WTTW channel. This time, the interrupted time was longer, approximately 90 seconds, and the interruption itself was even more strange. The man put on a mask and used his gun to point at objects or people and uttered some obscure words, laughed madly, and waved a can of Pepsi. At the end of the video, the figure was caught on camera being spanked by another person while saying out-of-place things. While watching WGN, the live technicians have the capability to stop the signal, but the watchers of WTW saw the entire sequence until it finished. Moreover, this activity of stealing signals in the most peculiar manner confused the authorities. The location of the hackers was never established despite probes by the Federal Communications Commission, or FCC. During that time, taking over broadcast signal demanded technical skills and tools that frequently could only be sourced by experts. For a repeat to be performed in one night, the fact made the case more mysterious and thus more to the incident. In addition, the incident got immense fame due to its weirdness. The Max Headroom was already known for being quirky and scary, but the hacker's version was far more disturbing. The clipping on the audio, the bizarre movements and gestures, and the disoriented images were staggering, and were good to anyone who was observing the incident. Time has passed, and many people have heard about the event, and new theories have been created constantly. Some people believe that it was an April Fool's joke conducted by some unscrupulous and rebellious broadcast engineers, while others have considered that it was a political provocation or final showdown with the corporate media. Nevertheless, the officials were never able to categorically identify the exact motive or the perpetrators. Its effects left a lasting legacy with some mysterious questions too. Lastly, this incident was a mix of mystery, technology, and some skills. The Wyoming Incident was an urban legend that sounds like a horror movie based on a TV signal stealing incident that allegedly occurred in the late 1980s. As in the theory, a bunch of people sitting at home, watching TV in a small Wyoming town, suddenly witnessed something frightening. Surreal and abstract images for the screen, the melody that glided in, and the text that was frightening for the audience dominated the screen. The hijacking allegedly occurred during a routine TV broadcast. Then the screen went out and flicked on, and it was just black and white images of faces, all twisted in geometric shapes. There was an eerie humming sound that threw out the sequences to give the audience the unpleasant feeling they deserved. Text overlaid flashed cryptic phrases such as, "You are ill. A special presentation is what we offer." Stay tuned, folks. We will get back to your normal scheduled programming shortly. Moreover, people said that after watching the broadcast, they felt sick to their stomach, got a headache, and became paranoid. This had emerged, many people asking whether the visuals and sounds depicted were intentionally made to make people feel psychologically uncomfortable or even harm them physically. While people know about the Max Headroom Incident, which was reported thoroughly, there is no truth to the Wyoming Incident. There were no papers, FCC reports, or any eyewitnesses to vouch for it. The story could have been written as an internet creepypasta, which is an original story written to spread fear around the web. However, in the mid-2000s, the story resurfaced with the story of the Wyoming Incident that was posted on the web. It simulated the supposed broadcast with pictorial and auditory display, with particular emphasis. Of course, the video was fake, but it only furthered the myth and made it go viral. While the Wyoming incident is widely believed to be an elaborate prank, the tale now acts as a contemporary urban legend, applying fear and mystery into a story that has the powerful psychological appeal of its images and phrases, which makes the audience hard to distinguish between reality and fiction. As we conclude our journey through the darkest corners of the internet, we're left with a haunting question. What lies beyond the screen? The most horrifying videos that can be watched on the internet are proof that the real world is much more frightening than the world created by our imagination. Remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel to be updated on the next terrifying videos. Thanks for watching.